A bold warning and a provocative prediction. Dan Biggar isn't sugarcoating England's current standing as the team enters a pivotal era. He acknowledges the quality England showed during their autumn run, but he also urges fans to temper their enthusiasm as the 2027 World Cup approaches. England's standout moment this autumn came with a win over the All Blacks at Allianz Stadium, a result that dashed Steve Borthwick's Grand Slam's dream and underscored a side capable of rising to the toughest challenges. With a World Cup 2 years away, Biggar believes England are well-placed to contend for major honors down under. In a recent Mail Online column, the Wales great, who earned 14 consecutive victories for Wales between 2018 and 2019, while playing in the Gallagher Premiership for Northampton Saints, shared that he remains a fervent admirer of England. He also noted the squad's aging profile as they head toward 2027 and praised how the team has strengthened its bond with supporters. Nevertheless, Biggar urges caution for England fans. He argues that, despite clear progress, a wide gap still separates England from South Africa, a point he stresses to keep expectations in check. "I think England supporters are again at risk of getting ahead of themselves," he wrote. "I don't think that will happen inside the camp, as Steve Borthwick isn't the type of coach to let his players drift with praise. But the reality is that for all England's undeniable advancement, there remains a massive gap to close with South Africa." Biggar also reflected on England's recent victory against Argentina, suggesting that the outcome hinged on tiny margins. Had Argentina secured a more precise line-out, he notes, England could have been on the wrong end of the result. As a Welshman writing with familiarity of the highs and lows of international rugby, he adds a cautionary note about premature triumphalism. "It's human nature to get carried away after big wins, just as fans of other sports do when teams beat relatively weaker opponents and prematurely crown champions." Beyond these debates, Biggar refocuses on England's World Cup trajectory. To lift the trophy, he asserts, England would need to overcome South Africa, and based on the autumn performances, he believes no team currently presents a realistic hurdle to the Springboks. South Africa's strength is such that they even win games with one fewer man on the field. Biggar places England among the grouping he calls the best of the rest, groups that include Ireland, France, and New Zealand, who are still chasing the all-conquering Springboks. He emphasizes that the gap remains substantial and the target remains out front. Looking ahead, Biggar says England should aim for their first Six Nations title since 2020. While not catastrophic if the 2026 championship doesn't arrive, missing it would be disappointing because it represents a logical next step for a growing team and a realistic objective. He also highlights next year's favorable fixtures for England, noting a home match against Ireland as a real opportunity. A trip to France will be challenging, but the path to victories against Wales, Scotland, and Italy should be plausible. For ongoing coverage of Welsh rugby, sign up for our free daily newsletter and join our WhatsApp channel to receive breaking news as it happens. You can also follow Wales Rugby on X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates, and explore the Inside Welsh Rugby Substack newsletter for deeper analysis.